Hey guys, welcome to my video on the midpoint formula. Okay, let's begin. Alright, so the midpoint formula is given to me as x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2, comma y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. Alright, so the point of this formula is to be able to find the middle of this line connecting from point A to point B. All right. So midpoint, if you remember, means the middle of a line segment. All right. So by using this formula, x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2, you are calculating where the middle of that line is. Okay. And that's where that comes from. So basically, again, I'm going to go back into the slant line and right triangle. Basically, what you are doing is you are trying to find the middle of this length and the middle of this length and finding out where it meets. So that's where that formula is really coming from. All right, it is the point halfway through the x and halfway through the y. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. So the fourth 1, 2, 3, fourth unit. So this is halfway in horizontally, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then so again 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And this would be halfway through, and that would be the midpoint between this point. Let's say this point is A and then this point is B. All right, so again, two ways you can find the midpoint using this formula and using originally where it really is coming from. Okay. All right, so let's put in some examples. It says here, what is the midpoint between the two indicated points? So there are no labeling here, so I'm going to label them myself. All right, so the x-axis kind of got cut off, so I'm going to redraw it right here. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 3. And then so this point, let's label it A. Okay, this is going to be 3, comma 3. All right, and then let's label this one B. So if this is 3, this must be 4, 5, 6, 7. And so this B is located at 7, comma 11. Okay, so at this point, because you already know A and you already know B, you can use the midpoint formula, which is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2, and then y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. All right, so x sub 1 here, okay, I'm going to label it for you. So this is x sub 1, y sub 1, and then x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, so x sub 1 here is positive 3 plus x sub 2 here is positive 7. Okay, and now we're going to divide that by 2. So 3 plus 7 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. Okay, now my y's. My y sub 1 is 3, and my y sub 2 is 11. All right, over 2. So 3 plus 11 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So our midpoint is located at 5, comma 7. All right, so clearly see that if this is 3, this must be 4, this must be 5. All right, so 5, comma 7 is right here, which is your midpoint. I'm going to label that one M. All right? Okay, so let's take a look at this one again. All right, so this one is labeled, oh no it's not, so I'm going to label this one, so this is labeled point A and this is point B. So point A is negative 3, comma negative 6, and point B is 3, comma 6. Okay, and in this case, I could show you a different way instead of the formula. I could show you the graph part, right? So I'm going to draw out this horizontal distance. I'm going to make it purple. All right, so horizontal distance this way, and then this way, vertical distance. All right, and all I'm going to do here is count. All right, so I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if the horizontal distance is 6, that means the third way out is halfway. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to draw a line going this way. You kind of can tell where the midpoint is now. All right, and now the vertical distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that means 6 units out, it's going to be the midpoint of this vertical line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here. And so you can tell that 0, 0, that part, that's your midpoint. Okay. All right, now I'm going to clear that up. And I'm going to use the formula. Okay. So now the formula is m equals x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2, and then y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. All right, so m is equal to, okay, x sub 1 here is negative 3, and x sub 2 here is 3 over 2. And negative 3 plus 3 is 0, divided by 2 is 0. Okay. And now y sub 1 is negative 6 plus positive 6 over 2. And again, that will give me a 0. All right, that's my midpoint. Okay, let's move forward. All right, so here is just point A to point B. It's not a slant line, it is just a vertical line. So connecting this, it's fairly easy for you to find where the midpoint is if you just count. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so 14 units, that means the 7th unit is the midpoint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here. So that is 3, 3. That's my midpoint. Okay, so 3, 3 is right here, choice A. Okay, let's keep going to more examples. So this is, what is the midpoint between 4, 8, and 7, 3? So because they're not giving us a graph, I would just do the midpoint formula. So that's x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2. And I would write the formula over and over so it registers a lot better in your brain. And you're able to remember and recall it a lot faster rather than having to keep looking back. All right, so x sub 1 is 4. And x sub 2 is 7. 4 plus 7 is 11, and 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Put the parentheses there. Okay. And then y sub 1 is 8 plus 3 makes 11, and over 2 is 5.5. All right, so that's letter C. Okay, let's give it some more examples. My last example says, what is the midpoint between negative 4, 8 and 4, negative 8? So I'm going to use my midpoint formula. And again, as you can see, I'm writing my formula over and over and over again because it helps me remember it. Okay, so x sub 1 is negative 4 plus this 4. And negative 4 plus 4 is 0, and then over 2, my midpoint starts at 0. All right, so you can kind of tell this is going to be choice B. Anyway, let's keep going. So this is 8 plus negative 8 over 2. Again, that's going to give me 0 over 2, which is going to give me 0. Okay? And that is it. Thank you for watching my midpoint formula video.